Finnish black metal has been quite a thing for many years now, and people seem to be catching up. Also, new bands seem to be catching up to the genre and being like a local Finnish black metal thing. Shadows Mortuary is one of those bands that is one of the newer school of Finnish black metal, and they started in 2018 with their debut album, which was quite okay, but to be honest, not that great. Now the band is back already in 2019, actually, with the second album called Kuoleman portit, which means literally the gates of death. Here is the album, 31 minutes, all Finnish titles, well, almost anyway. And what can I be saying about it is that this is very Finnish black metal. Raw, mid-tempo, fast tempo, still somewhat melodic and all that. You probably heard this kind of a type many times before. Now take a look at these lyrics. They are, as you can see, in Finnish. So here for your translation and reading pleasure. Also, what we have here is an image of this four-man band. Then some more lyrics once again. That's how this CD with the inlay looks like, and it has some trouble. This camera that is has some trouble zooming in, but then again, obviously, who's reading these lyrics from the screen anyway? So the music is very typical for a Finnish band. One could even say that these guys have learned their tricks from bands like Horna, and that is how it is reflected here. Being rawish, but not exactly primitive. Being melodic, but then again, not too melodic. Kind of having the middle ground walked here in the terms of being somewhere between the absolute mainstream high appeal sound and then again being this kind of a rawish, very 90s sounding black metal. Now, like I said, the band wasn't too shabby with its first album, and this is quite a bit of an improvement in my opinion to that album. 31 minutes, first of all, it's keeping it really compact. It's not blowing out of proportions. It's just not wearing you down with its music. It's kind of like a suitable sign of a meal. You're not getting like fed up with it. Okay, too much is too much. It is compact and it's nicely done so. So when you're finished, you're even like, hey, maybe I should go for another spin of this album. And I think that's always a sign of a good album, good music. Now, the second thing is these songs are relatively short, which you can kind of figure out 8 tracks or so, and 31 minutes. It's not like these guys are pumping for some 7-8 minute tracks, which is often too much with any kind of music. Bands are just too much fallen in love with their melodies and whatnot, and they just can't stop it. And that's where it kind of makes this kind of a distance between the listener and the band. Now, Shadows Mortuary have clearly understood that in order to make a good song, you always need to keep it kind of in point, much like I cannot do with my videos. So it's not like they're blowing it, just like, okay, let's keep it smart before the listener gets bored and get it done with. And now finally the production, keeping it relatively raw gives it kind of this kind of edge that it keeps you the feeling that you're actually listening to some black metal release instead of some melodic metal or easygoing whatever kind of a modern metal, but with just a screamy vocals. This is still being the kind of a raw stuff, which is not demo like, but still maintaining this kind of a serrated edge, if you know what I mean. So it's like, don't cut your fingers while listening to this music, which I think gives this a nice edge to kind of a complete this album. So overall, quite a decent, actually quite a good album. What the Shadows Mortuary have done here. Not exactly superb, not yet anyway with their music, but definitely so much more better overall feeling. A big improvement there, and this is something that I can totally recommend to basically anybody who is into Finnish black metal, unless you of course wanted to have soft, soothing, and blah blah blah. But there you have it for fans of Horna and the like. Shadows Mortuary, there you have it. Go check it out, it's already out through Purity, through Fire, so click for some samples and ordering it online. Thank you for watching, take care.